relationship. Um, but yeah, gonna do that. I had to get everything buttoned up on social media, so. So yeah, intro. Looks like there's a shortcut. You can go straight into the Thieves' Den if you want, which is cool. It's dope. Alright, so let's see. It's evening time, I think.
Hey! Well then.
At least Morgana's not letting me stay up late in the game. I mean, if I had listened to my cat, I would have been up on time, but I was just too sleepy.
I'm so sleepy.
Like Ryuji is right now.
I ended up pulling an all-nighter once I realized today's the last day of exams.
You staying up studying?
Nah, I gave up on the exam. I was playing some games, and then before I knew it, it was morning.
Easy. I know that feeling.
Bull! You say that, but you probably just spent the whole night studying.
Morning.
Yo, look who else is yawning.
Exams are almost over, so I thought I'd make one last effort across the finish line.
Impressive, Lady An. You're quite different from this stupid monkey I know.
Huh? Don't give me that crap. Your brain's tiny compared to mine.
Size is meaningless if there's nothing inside, you know.
Got him.
What was that?
Will you please shut up? You're gonna make me forget everything I remember. Huh? Am I imagining things?
What? You see a groper or something?
No, that's not it. It's...
Huh?
Oh my god! That guy got off! Isn't this bad? Hey, at least act like you care.
Fine. Come on.
Huh?
My man.
Hey, are you sure it's him, or are you just that self-conscious?
I'm not that...
Is there something you want?
That's my line! You were the one stalking me!
Stalking you? That's outrageous.
I know you've been following me, ever since the train!
That's because...
My goodness. I had wondered why you left the car, so this is where your passion led. All is well that ends well.
I saw you from the car, and I couldn't help myself from chasing after you. I didn't even notice the calls from Sensei, but thank goodness I caught up to you.
Okay...
What?
I mean, she's got it. She's got it.
You're the woman I've been searching for all this time. Please, won't you
Wait a minute,
be the model for my next art piece?
Model?
All that I've drawn till now has been lacking, but I feel a passion from you unlike anyone else.
This man's highly suspicious.
Sus.
Just a recruit for some shady business.
Will you cooperate with me? What do you say?
Whoa, hold your horses. Who are you anyways?
Oh, where are my manners? I'm a second year at Kosei High's Fine Arts Division. My name is Yusuke Kitagawa. I'm Madarame Sensei's pupil, and I am being allowed residence at his place. I'm striving to become an artist.
Huh? Do you mean that Madarame? The one who was on Good Morning Japan the other day?
The very same.
You know who that is?
He was introduced as a super famous Japanese-style artist who's been recognized all over the world. But we heard that name the other day in Mementos.
Yusuke!
I'm sorry, Sensei. I'll be right there.
That old guy's Madarame?
Madarame Sensei's exhibition will begin at the department store near the station tomorrow. I'll be there to help out on opening day. Please come by. It'd be great if you could give me your answer in regard to being a model then. I bet you have no interest in the fine arts, but I'll give you tickets too. Well then, I hope to see you there tomorrow.
That guy's as easy to read as a book. You're not planning on going, are ya?
I think I will. Crap, look at the time. I'll see you later.
How dare he go after Lady Ann? I've memorized that face of yours, Yusuke.
You became acquainted with Madarame's pupil by chance? That's a little too convenient. It makes me wonder if you're even telling the truth. So be it. What I want to know most is your method. It's true that Madarame was an unforgivable criminal worthy of the scorn thrown at him. He was an adult who cultivated his own fame and fortune by sacrificing the livelihood of children. But he'd been covering his tracks for years. How did you uncover the truth in such a short span of time? This metaverse business again? Fine. Let's suppose that people's hearts can be changed by stealing their treasure, like you've said. If so, a different suspicion arises. People have gone mad or lost consciousness, never to recover, like the subway accident in April. Depending on how you look at it, that could be taken as a phenomenon for a sudden change of heart too. Were you related to those as well? I see. Fine. Let's get back to Madarame's case. Keep it concise and stick to the facts.
No way.
It's over.
It's over. How about you?
It's over.
Come on, you two need to get your act together.
Anyways, can we stop talking about the exams? Like it or not, they're gonna come back graded next week. Rather than focus on stuff that's over with,
What are you looking at?
the usual site. It's no use. There ain't any useful info. The number of posts are getting less and less too.
I am not letting this end as a one-hit wonder, okay?
There's no point in getting antsy, though. I know. Why don't we go eat lunch somewhere? We still have some money left over from the other day.
I want sushi then, or domestic raised eel.
That is very specific.
We don't have that much left. Oh, right! There are those tickets to Madarame's exhibit. Wait, that's tomorrow.
Don't tell me. Was it love at first sight with that Yusuke guy?
It's not like that.
Of course not.
When I was watching that special on TV, his artwork was pretty nice. Plus, we've got free tickets. Besides, this could also be related to what we heard in Mementos.
Madarame, was it?
That aside, what should I do about the other 2 tickets? Want to go appreciate some fine arts for once?
I'm appreciating fine arts right now.
Fine arts, huh?
I suggest we should all go together. Appreciating the fine arts builds character. A phantom thief who can't identify an original is lame.
Well, if everyone's going...
It's settled then. Just the phrase going to an art exhibit sounds kind of mature. Let's meet at the exhibit entrance tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm curious to know if this Madarame has anything to do with the name we heard in Mementos. We can't afford to be late tomorrow. We'd better not go out right now. So I keep thinking about what Nakanohara said. Could he have been talking about the famous artist Madarame? Nice catch. Well, it is a pretty rare last name. Yeah, I mean, you guys ever heard of someone else called Madarame? It's really not common at all. If what we heard is true, Kitagawa-kun is studying under a corrupt teacher. We need a teacher who treats people like tools. Kitagawa-kun's life is probably pretty terrible. We gotta look into this. Yup. The investigation begins.
Okay.
I don't have no materials.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's make ourselves an air cannon. And then
Yeah.
we'll craft the stun gun.
Yeah.
And some freeze spray.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got that +1. Give me tots.
Nice. Well then.
What's this line for? Oh, that exhibition must be opening today. It's really packed. Want to come back another time? I want it, but it's so pricey. I should take out a loan. I want to see that. Let's go together sometime.
So crowded.
It'll be a pain in the ass if someone sees you, so don't stick your head out too much, alright?
You came.
Yeah.
You really came.
What'd you expect when you left us those tickets?
Make sure that you don't get in the way of the other visitors. Come now, I'll show you around. I'd like to speak more about the picture I'd like to draw, too.
Well, see you guys later.
Will Lady Han be alright? What if he drags her behind some painting and tries something funny?
I mean, it's possible, but I'm just not getting that vibe, Morgana. I think you overacted a little bit, bro.
I told you not to come out! Are we really gonna appreciate the fine arts? Can't we just go home? I guess we should do a quick pass through it once. Which way are we supposed to start? It's that old man from the other day.
We continue to be truly surprised by your imagination. You have such expansive styles. It's hard to believe that it all stems from one person. Where in the world does all your inspiration come from?
Well, it is rather difficult to put into words. They naturally well up from within my heart, like bubbles rising one after another in the spring.
Naturally, you say.
What's important is to distance oneself from worldly desires, such as money and fame. My atelier is a modest shack, but it is more than enough to pursue true beauty.
A shack?
I see. So the act of emptying one's mind gives rise to inner beauty. Still, to think we could hear the word shack coming from the great artist Madarame.
You would understand if you saw it.
Wasn't the word shack something?
Madarame-san is actually here?
Over there!
I'm so glad I came on opening day.
Hey, stop pushing! There's way too many people!
I'm getting crushed!
Anyways, we gotta head for the exit. Don't die on us, alright?
I didn't know there were so many types of Japanese art.
Usually, one concentrates on their own style. However, Sensei creates all this by himself. He's special.
There you are, Yusuke.
Sensei!
Ah, the girl from yesterday. Are you enjoying the exhibit?
I don't know how to put it into words, but it's really amazing.
You're sensing something from the artwork. That alone is enough to give us artists satisfaction. I hope this becomes a wonderful piece, Yusuke. Well then, if you'll excuse me.
You'd imagine artists would be difficult to approach, but he seems really friendly.
Indeed.
Oh, this is it! The painting I wanted to see in person.
This one?
I guess it's the painter's anger? I'm not sure, but I sense this strong frustration from it. To think such a cheerful and gentlemanly person could make such a piece. Something wrong?
Don't mind me.
That's his painting.
There are better pieces than this one. Come now, this way.
Hey!
That old lady totally elbowed me.
She bruised you, huh?
Thanks to that, I remember now. Well, let me get to it. It's about a post online. Here, look at this.
Why'd you leave without me?
You got it all wrong. We got dragged into this huge crowd and... anyways, you gotta look at this too. This post might be about Madarame.
What's it say?
A master of the Japanese arts is plagiarizing his pupil's work. Only his public face is shown on TV.
Plagiarizing?
I didn't think much of it when I first saw it, but hearing Shaq and Madarame triggered it. His treatment of the pupils who live with him is awful. He teaches nothing and bosses them around. He treats them inhumanely, as if disciplining a dog.
Abuse on top of plagiarism, huh?
If this is real, it'll be a huge scandal.
I wonder if Kitagawa-kun posted this. I mean, he is a pupil of his.
Who knows? It's anonymous and all.
In that case, it's possible the Madarame we heard about in Mementos is referring to the same one.
A man like that doing such a thing? I wonder if we can ask that shadow from earlier about this. Oh, actually, we just need to talk to him in reality.
And how are we gonna go about that? Are we gonna explain it all, starting with Mementos?
Besides, if we make a move out in the open, there's the possibility that Madarame will find out.
Oh, yeah, right.
Hey, what do you think about Madarame? Doesn't he seem suspicious? I know, right? This all fits way too well to just be a coincidence. If this post is legit, ain't this the kind of target we've been waiting for?
Well, yeah, but is it really true?
By the way, what did you do about the whole modeling thing?
Kitagawa-kun gave me his contact info, and the address to his sensei's atelier.
He said he lives there, right? Perfect timing. Let's try going tomorrow. We're off to Madarame's house right after school.
Huh? You want me to model tomorrow? This is too sudden.
What? We're just gonna go talk to Kitagawa.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Okay. Well then.
Yeah, let's do that. Calming mask, wide eye drops.
Hey, hey!
Yeah, let's get the allergy relief pack.
Well then. Hey!
So knowledge is close to leveling up. Charm and proficiency are kind of meh. Guts is way out there. Kindness is close. So what I'll probably do is clean up the shop.
Oh.
Listen up! That should do it for now. Hey!
It was a better use of time anyway, because we don't have all the supplies
Okay, let's get
to
started.
do what we want. Okay, Maruki, my boy. Thanks to the school, I can even talk to you outside of counseling now. I want to talk a little bit about how mental health and perception can affect you. Don't worry, I don't want to stress you out or anything, just relax and listen. How much do you guys know about the emotional mind?
So,
See, what's going on in your mind can affect your body pretty significantly. There's proof it can even heal you depending on your outlook. So Amethyst-kun,
any ideas?
what do we call the phenomenon where believing in a treatment's power is enough to improve your condition? That is placebo.
This is it. That's right.
I got a bachelor's in psychology, so some of that stuff I remember. Some people specify that placebos don't actually have any curative properties, but even if the medicine does nothing chemically, it can affect your perception and help you feel better. On the other hand, if you don't trust the medicine to begin with, it might make you feel even worse. We call that a nocebo. Hey, did you get that question? I wasn't even close. Maybe we should ask if I can borrow his notes.
Nice going.
It's just one example, but my point is that our minds and bodies are more connected than we think. So it's important to not push yourself too hard. Remember, your mind needs time to rest too. And it's my job to help with that, so come by the nurse's office whenever you're feeling down. Mind affects the body, huh? You think I'll change back into a human if I just believe in it hard enough? Yeah? Mind over matter and all that? Madarame exhibit is great. You gotta go see it. I've been feeling pretty down lately. Maybe I should go to counseling. I never knew that art could be so explosive. Have you been in counseling yet? Huh. Madarame exhibit, eh? When is it until?
Phantom thieves going by train. This ain't any different from how I get home from school, you know.
The train is the fastest way to go. Plus, we can bring pets on here.
Hey, who are you calling a pet?
Dude, be quiet! We didn't pay the pet fare.
I'm the one guiding you to your destination. You should be calling me Master.
Oh, Kitty!
Shoot.
Is that your pet, mister? I heard it meowing.
It's a stuffed animal. You're imagining things. It's just a creature.
What's a creature? Isn't that a kitty?
It's, a toy. It meows when you press on its head.
You heard her. Press on its head.
I like you, Ryuji. I like you a lot.
Wowie! Again!
Time to button mash.
That's so funny! I want to hear it again!
Oh,
I just
I
threw
just threw up in my mouth.
it.
Oh, seriously?
The next stop is Shibuya. Shibuya. Doors will open on the left side.
Oh, this is our stop. Well, see you later. Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm. Bye-bye!
So, which line do we gotta transfer to?
Doesn't look like there are any stations close by to that address. If anything, this is the closest station.
What? And we gotta walk the rest of the way? What kind of phantom thief takes the train and then walks to their destination?
A good phantom thief. That's how you avoid getting caught.
Stop your complaining.
It's supposedly a shack, but this is the neighborhood he lives in. As expected of a famous artist. Looks like the fastest route is to get to the station square and then go to Central Street. Let's move.
There's potential.
Wait,
Suguru Kamashita, former Olympian, teacher at Shujin Academy. Reason for turning himself in is a heavy conscience, huh? The human mind doesn't change that easily, let alone their natural temperament. Shujin Academy. Seems doubtful. Perhaps I'll have someone look into it, just in case.
Is that it?
We're at the right address. The door plate does say Madarame.
You ring the bell.
Me? The walls won't collapse when I do, will they?
No one sneeze or we'll blow this house down, okay?
Who is it? Sensei is currently...
It's Takamaki.
I'll be right out.
People really do live here.
Takamaki-san. You two are here as well?
Of course.
Hey. Sorry, but, we ain't here to talk about the modeling thing. There's something we gotta ask you. Is it true Madarame's plagiarizing stuff? He's abusing people too, yeah?
Are you serious?
We read about it online.
This? Preposterous! Not only is the plagiarism impossible, but abuse? He welcomes pupils into his own home! This is no act of violence, it is charity! And I'm the one residing here and studying under him. I'm saying it's not true, so it's beyond doubt.
You might be lying about it.
That is utter rubbish. I had no family when Sensei took me in and raised me into what you see now. If you continue to ridicule the man I owe my life to, you will rue this day!
You really think that?
Yusuke. What's the matter? I heard you yelling.
These people are slandering you with baseless rumors.
Forgive them, Yusuke. They must have heard some bad rumors and came in worried for their friend's safety.
Understood, Sensei.
Well, even I doubt that a cranky old man like myself could be liked by everyone.
That's not what we meant.
I'm sorry to have butt in on your conversation. However, I do have neighbors around. Won't you please keep it down? Now, if you'll excuse me.
That was discourteous of me. I'm sorry. I know. I think you'll be able to believe in Sensei if you saw that painting. It's his maiden work, as well as his most representative piece. It's titled Sayuri.
Sayuri?
This was the painting that inspired me to become an artist.
It's so beautiful.
I don't know all this fine art stuff, but even I can tell that this is impressive.
When I first saw you, I felt the same powerful emotion as when I saw this painting.
Me?
I wish to pursue beauty like this. And I believe drawing you will be part of that pursuit. I implore you, seriously consider my offer. I'm sorry that you took the time to come all this way, but I must assist Sensei today. I hope that we can discuss this further another time. If you'll excuse me then.
Those two seem like nice guys, don't they?
Maybe the Madarame we heard about in Mementos is a different person.
Man, right when we thought we found a new target, too.
How's the metanav?
Oh!
Hey, the app.
Was it picking up our conversation? This display. It means that Madarame has a palace too, right? But why?
Madarame, plagiarism, and then shack, huh? These seem to be the keywords.
For real though, what the hell's going on? Does an old man like him really have a palace?
We have the person's name and the location. All that's left is the what that Madarame mistakes the shack for to enter his palace.
You mean, like how Kamoshida thought the school was his castle?
That's right. Let's try saying some things. They can be random guesses.
It's a bit sudden though.
Why don't we start with castle?
No candidates found.
Then what about prison?
No candidates found.
Ah, what a pain. Jail, warehouse, and guidance counseling office. Might as well add farm.
You're literally just pulling words out of the dictionary.
No candidates found.
Not a single hit.
Should we come back another time?
A building that's related to artists. If we think from there, what would it be?
An art school, museum.
Beginning navigation? Whoa, really?
Alright, the boys, we're back in. Found our new palace.
Hey, when did you activate the nav? You surprised me.
Didn't have much of a choice. I think we just happened to get it right.
What if I hadn't noticed and then wandered off and got caught by an enemy?
Probably would have figured it out once you started walking on two legs.
True.
So even you can slip into the metaverse without realizing it, Morgana?
Yes. In a place with minimal cognitive distortion, the differences can be subtle.
Forget that. Look! That shack is seriously some kind of museum?
Let's go check it out. It's so extravagant, to the point that it's gaudy. It's a museum, right?
This is Madarame's?
Well, a palace is a world formed by a mind twisted by desire. Remember Kamoshida's castle?
Madarame's artwork is on display at museums in reality too, though. This exhibit was popular, and people already respect him. Why would he fantasize about a museum?
You got a point. It ain't related to plagiarism or abuse either.
Let's try looking around. Racking our brains here won't do us any good.
Right. That aside, ain't a museum a must for Phantom Thieves? Yeah, all those old man's fans were super strong and all.
Yeah, you were complaining about getting ribbed by an old lady.
That has nothing to do with this.
But man, just look at that insane crowd.
Yes!
Well, then it's time to begin our infiltration.
Shall we go? Yep.
Alright, got eyes on security already. The exhibit is now closed for today. We will wait to return on another date. Hey, just send more guards over here. Just two of us won't be able to control this whole crowd.
Oh!
This is our chance. Looks like security is focused on the front entrance. Alright, so just follow the path here.
I have something.
Palaces are nice because that means that I can get rich again. Finding like treasures and shit. so I can't run on that pillar.
I have something. Hey!
Now's my time to shine.
Nice. Let's do it.
How suspicious.
Oh,
This is...
These are all pictures of students.
Feel it.
They probably were Madarame's apprentices.
Hmm?
Someone's name and age. It can't be the tile painting, right? You think it's the artist's name? Let's check the other paintings too. I think there might be something more important about them.
Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
Alright, in the next room.
Hey. Hey.
hey, this doesn't make any sense. Madarame's famous for having a variety of art styles, but all the portraits on display here look the same. This is way different from what was at the...
Wait a sec. Ain't this that guy we saw in Mementos? You know, the one who was shit-talking Madarame?
Natsuhiko Nakanohara. His name's written on the plaque.
Dude, I don't get it. Why is there a painting of him in here? And more important, why is his name written under it?
You're right. Doesn't art usually have, like, the title of the piece or the artist's name?
This is quite the mystery. Alright, let's keep looking around for now.
I can feel it. Hey, isn't this a painting of that guy?
It says Yusuke Kitagawa. There's no mistaking it.
Huh? Wait a second. What do you think these paintings are? I think you're right.
For real? All of them? But it was only Yusuke when we went to his place before.
This must include former pupils as well. Only one remains now. Taking into account what that Nakanohara guy said earlier, things are getting clearer. Alright, let's keep investigating. We need something to further confirm our deductions.
Focus. All right, a chest!
Oh yeah! Nice!
Resident Evil. Straw doll. I wonder what the hell that does. Medium chance of curse insta-kill to one foe. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. Hold on, I've got to look at something real quick.
Oh!
Good thing we worked on those lockpicks.
Oh! Yep.
Yeah, go ahead and equip that, my man. Alright. There we go. That's where we came from. This is where we're going.
I have something.
This room isn't sus at all.
Ah. Look at this.
The Infinite Spring? A conglomerate work of art that the great director Madarame created with his own funds. These individuals must offer their ideas to the director for the rest of their lives. Those who cannot do so have no worth living? Hey, this is most likely about the plagiarism, right?
Damn it! What a phony geezer!
In other words, his pupils are his property. He doesn't even qualify as an artist if this is true. He's stealing the ideas from talented students in exchange for securing their livelihood. I wondered about those portraits on display. They must all be his pupils through his cognition. This even says that they have no worth. Couldn't this be about the abuse? Madarame will keep them around as long as they're useful to him. But the moment they're not...
He's treating them like slaves or tools!
Why is Yusuke keeping quiet about this? He's got no reason to cover this up.
He did say that he owes Madarame his life for being taken in.
But still...
When we were at the exhibit, I praised one of the pieces on display. But Kitagawa-kun acted strange. Maybe that piece was plagiarized too.
What's the call? Ain't this enough to target Madarame? That's what I'm talking about!
Hold on, you two. We should confirm these facts with Yusuke once more.
Confirm what, though?
It means we should get solid evidence that such crimes actually took place.
What a pain in the ass.
Besides, there's too much we don't know about Madarame yet.
You're right. I'll try contacting Kitagawa-kun. I might be able to get the truth out of him if I accept his modeling offer.
Wait, you're gonna do that?
You all better come with me, okay? I'm scared to go alone.
Famous, renowned artist, huh? Wow, this might be tougher than Kamoshida. Well, we'll just prep ourselves until we get confirmation from Yusuke. This is our first mission as real Phantom Thieves. We're gonna succeed no matter what.
Do you really forgive someone unconditionally if you owe their life to them? I'm not so sure anymore. What are you bringing this up for? According to Kitagawa-kun, Madarame isn't a problem. What do you mean? Something wrong? I mean, I know Madarame is still a bad person, but still. Maybe I'm so hesitant because I haven't actually met any of his victims. Yeah, I guess that part's totally different from what happened with Kamoshida. This line of thinking, this might be an extreme line of thinking, but if an evil person isn't causing any trouble now, is there really a point in us stepping in? Well, you got a point. So, we're gonna let Yusuke decide if Madarame is worth going after or not. I don't know. If it were me, I'd never forgive that bastard. Let's see how Yusuke feels. Yeah, I guess we could talk some more after that. Okay, let's meet in Shibuya after school tomorrow.
Hey.
I should write something.
Well then.
Alright.
Hey, it's me. I just can't forgive Madarame, but what An said made me think. To Yusuke, are we just a bunch of thugs?
Probably.
I knew it. It ain't like he thinks it is. Pisses me off just thinking about it. Good people have to put up with so much crap while shitty adults do whatever they want. Makes me sick. I'm not wrong, am I? Thanks. Don't tell An I called you, by the way. Seriously. Well, see you tomorrow.
Alright, I contacted Kitagawa-kun about modeling for him. Still waiting for his response. Thanks. I'm really supposed to... I really have no idea what I'm supposed to do as an art model though. Cover yourself in paint? Can you at least try to take this seriously? Look, you don't gotta go all out for this. You're only doing this so you get dirt on Madarame, remember? That is true. It sounded like Kitagawa-kun wanted this to be a private picture of his though. Well, I guess I'll let you guys know when he contacts me again. Curbsta, tell An immediately. Whoa, that's not what An sounds like at all. No.
He said he wants me to come over after school today.
What's going on, dude? Good to see you. Too funny, man. Too funny. It's like, An, you got a cold or something? Like, your voice sounds really deep today. It's nice to see that you and Planet Popstar are starting up again. Some funny clips was uploaded to the internet, something that I enjoyed very much, and I think the world will too. Nothing much, just out here living my dreams. That's the spirit, man. That's the spirit. I know that feel, man. I know that feel. Like, this is it right now. This is it right now. And then once I'm finished here, it goes back to a much less desirable state. Not quite living my dreams, but I'm cherishing right now. Right now, I'm living my dreams. I'm glad you're enjoying them. That's why it's done for the people. Exactly. It's like a local attorney where I live. He's got this advertisement that says for the people. So when you said that, that's what it took me back to. I just imagine your face in the suit saying, you know, laughs for the people.com.
Perfect. Probably dropped all his plans just to get you over there.
You been playing anything new lately, or you're playing what is it? Mario Maker.
We need to find out from Kitagawa-kun if what we saw in the palace was true.
Hey, quiet down. It's that student council president.
Oh no, it's her.
Yikes. She got a hold of Mishima today?
Sounds like he's still in my shtick. I'm suing him. Smart. It's like, fuck it, I'm suing. I'm done.
It'd suck if she noticed us. Come on, let's split up.
Okay, see you later.
I've been streaming Mario Maker and Paper Mario, but in my own time, I've been doing that Ghost of Tsushima.
Finally
Dude,
landed a big target.
I want to play that game so bad. Because I was debating whether or not to get it. Like now or wait. Because like, I'm playing through, you know, Persona, obviously. And I think I wanted to stream Ghost of Tsushima, so that's why I haven't bought it yet. Because I want to have that to stream. And then probably, assuming that I finish Persona 5 within the next couple of months, I will have that done in time for Cyberpunk. But I don't know if I'm going to stream Cyberpunk, because I know everyone's going to be streaming Cyberpunk, and so I might just let that be my offline game. I don't know. But what do you think of Ghost of Tsushima?
Come on, let's get some dirt on Madarame. But man, Han's late.
Sorry. I was thinking about some things and didn't notice how much time had passed.
So, like, the negative meditation?
Thinking about what?
You have like 100 hours left of Persona, but I believe in you. Dude, you never lied, man. You never lied. Like, this is this game has more content in it, and it took me like 130 hours to beat vanilla Persona 5. So I can only imagine. I might not try to like complete Mementos. I may just like skip, because I think no, Mementos is required. You have to finish Mementos. Fuck. Okay, so yeah, maybe 120, 150 hours in total.
Don't you think Kitagawa-kun has to be protecting Madarame?
And how many hours have I put into it already? Like 20? I don't remember. I will know when I go to save my game. I'll know that.
I mean, they live together, so he'd have to be aware of Madarame's true nature. The only reason I can think of him doing that is that Madarame has something on him.
Yeah, that's weird. But that's why we're going to check it out, right? You ready to be a model?
Yeah, I love this game with all my heart. I have a hard time starting Royal because I can't commit to 130 hours plus. Yeah, exactly. Like, that is the only thing I could say about this game, because it's so good, right? Like, I don't know how I did it, because after about 70 hours, I was ready to be done. But the game and the story was so compelling that I just like finished it. But yeah, like this game could have been half the length, and I would still love it as much as I do. But you know, it's a JRPG, so there are like moments where you have to actually grind. And I think if you could take the grinding out, the game would be a lot shorter. Because I grind every chance I get, so when I do encounter a boss, I'm kind of like over level or on level, so I don't get stuck in that loop of failing and having to start over. But yeah, it is a lot of hours. It is a lot of hours.
I'm prepared.
But I'm saying that as I'm looking forward to playing Cyberpunk, and I know that's gonna be hundreds of hours. Some sources say that it's 800 hours. I don't know how accurate that is, because you would like have to get all the quests and shit. But The Witcher 3 was there was so much content. Like I beat the main story of Witcher 3, and there were like a million side quests that I still didn't do. And I did a lot of side quests. I didn't just focus the main story. And I also have the 2 DLCs that I still need to play through. So yeah, like if that's any indication, Cyberpunk 2077 is going to be ridiculously long, but good. But yeah, Ghost of Tsushima is pretty great. Falls heavy into the trappings of an open world adventure as defined by Ubisoft, despite the fact that it's not a Ubisoft title though. But if you're fine with games like that, then it's a very good one of those. Yeah, like I'm a fan of the Ubisoft style open world adventure because I've played like all of the Assassin's Creed games. Like I'm playing through Odyssey right now, offline of course. But yeah, from what people say, this is just a better, or Ghost of Tsushima is just a better Assassin's Creed. That's what I've heard.
What do you mean prepared? Prepared for what? Something seemed different about her to you? Oh, nice eye.
I didn't cut them.
Huh. Well, let's get going. We gotta talk to Yusuke.
Kitagawa-kun seemed really happy when I agreed to be his model. Once he finishes drawing and gets a little friendlier, we should bring up Madarame.
I thought it would just be you coming, Takamaki-san.
Wouldn't you get nervous too, if it was just the two of us?
We're here to keep an eye on you, so don't try anything perverted, okay?
Stop making such odd assumptions. I have absolutely no interest in her as someone of the opposite sex.
Oh.
Huh?
Is there a problem?
No, not really.
Well then, let's get started.
Hey! Kitagawa-kun?
Yes, sir. Yeah, which is nice because I was waiting for them to finally do an AC in Japan, but this does a better job of being that. It's like I don't have to care about the game existing anymore. True. I cannot tell you how many people I've spoken to about Ghost of Tsushima, and they all said the same thing, because that's what we AC fans wanted. We wanted an AC in Japan for so long, and then they were like, okay, well, how about Assassin's Creed Chronicles in China, which they didn't even give that game justice. And so they just kept ignoring the fan base. So Sucker Punch is like, alright, fuck it, we'll do it. And they did it. They made a better Assassin's Creed game. The environment is beautiful. It has a minimal UI, so you actually can appreciate the game environment more. You know, the wind tells you where to go as opposed to a ugly icon on your screen. It's so weird they didn't do it. Like, it's right there. Exactly, man. Like, it's... Well, actually, I do now. After I watched Jim Sterling's expose on Ubisoft, it made perfect sense why we never got an AC in Japan. Because the company is being run by Grugs, basically. Being run by hyper macho, womanizing, sexual assault committing Grugs. And they literally, like, one guy who just left the company, he was like, oh yeah, female protagonist doesn't sell. He's saying that like today, like a female protagonist doesn't sell after Horizon Zero Dawn, Tomb Raider 2016. You know, it's absolutely absurd. Celeste, Life is Strange. Because they're too busy hiding sexual deviance. Exactly. If they weren't hiding sexual deviance, they wouldn't know that making Assassin's Creed in Japan would be cool. But LMFA, what a stupid statement. I can't exactly. Like it's the dumbest fucking thing. It's like, dude, you get paid how much? You get paid how much? Like any idiot, like even before that, exactly. Like we can go way back. The original Tomb Raiders, Metroid, um, Perfect Dark had a female protagonist. Um, yeah, it's not a new concept. It isn't. Like, female protagonists have been around for almost as long as I've been alive, and for this idiot to say to his staff, yeah, we're not gonna go with a female protagonist because they don't sell. So what we need is a strong alpha male protagonist to be in every game. That's how we got Arno in Assassin's Creed Unity. That's how we got Alexios in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. But here's the funny thing. Most people did not play Alexios. They played Cassandra. And even I'm playing Cassandra. I plan on doing an Alexios run online because most people have never seen Alexios online because everyone plays Cassandra. And Cassandra was intended to be the only character. And this guy says, no, she can't be the only character because females don't sell. So we need to put a male in there, an alpha male. And that's how we got Alexios. Ubisoft, man, they've lost the art. Pardon the bun.
You hear her?
It's no use.
This isn't what we planned. We were gonna catch him off guard and make him spill his beans, weren't we?
Well, we can't do that. Like, he gets guarded every time we show up, so we have to let her handle it.
How are we supposed to know this was gonna happen? Guess we just gotta wait till he's done. What an effing pain in the ass.
Perhaps I should try going outside this room. Who do you think you're talking to? This is too boring, so I'm going to scout around a bit.
It all went downhill for them after the rabbits. True. That was the turning point. I remember that game. And yeah, after that, like, Ubisoft just started, like, their game design got so lazy. Every Ubisoft game started looking the same. They started pulling concepts from one franchise and putting them into another franchise. It was bad. Like, I'm playing through Ghost Recon Breakpoint right now, and the game is horrible. Alright, let me just say that. I play it offline. The only reason I'm playing it now is because they added AI squad mates, and I like the island of Aurora, right? It's like my new Just Cause that I'm playing through, right? But not nearly as good as Just Cause. And those elements are pulled straight from Assassin's Creed and Far Cry. Like they built that game around Assassin's Creed and Far Cry. And yeah, it's just it's so lazy. Like, you see a Ubisoft game coming out, you know it's going to be filled to the brim with microtransactions. You know the game design is going to feel literally exactly the same as the last one. That's why I don't think I've ever bought a Ubisoft game brand new in like 3 years, maybe 4. I've only bought Ubisoft games on sale because the way I see it, well, it's not even their staff's fault. Their staff wants to be creative, but the executives are just morons. So it's like, if that's what you guys are gonna do, then I just won't pay full price. And why pay full price when you're gonna just cram it with DLC anyway? So fuck it. I may as well buy it on sale and then spend the difference on DLC. And then I'll pay my $60 that way, you know? Buy the game for $20 and then buy $40 of DLC. And that's what has me worried with Watch Dogs Legion, because I'm excited for that game, but, you know, it's still a Ubisoft game.
And is that a lock? A door with a hefty lock. What could be in there?
Are you done?
How many rabbits are in that one? Damn it, Jim, you're falling for that trap. It's true. It is a trap. It is a trap, and I will admit, I'll be the first to admit that I am a DLC simp. Okay, I am one of those gamers who are part of the problem because if we didn't buy DLC, game devs would release complete games like they currently do not, like they used to. But yeah, I'll buy a fucking, you know, $80 semi-premium version of a game, and then some games I'll buy like the Ultimate Edition, like I did with Borderlands. I went ahead and I got the Ultimate Edition, got the freaking steel box, which is gorgeous by the way. It's actually the best um, steel box that I have of any game because I think um, I have an Assassin's Creed 3 steel box. Um, back when I pre-ordered it, back when I bought Ubisoft games brand new. They release a full price game they barely work on, drop the price to 20, and trick you into paying full price anyway. That's true. That's true. They got me. They got me with that. They got me with that because they're making their premium making their premium $60 either way. Um, and that's pretty much what happened with what was the game? Um, the Crew. So I bought the Crew 2 for like $20, and then I bought $20 worth of DLC. So I spent about a total of 40 on that one. I haven't spent 1 cent on Ghost Recon while. Well, actually, no, that's not true. I did. I bought a $20 DLC. It's like the Splinter Cell DLC, and you get a cool fourth echelon uniform, and it's like a short campaign that's attached to it, and you get to play alongside Sam Fisher, which not only did we want an Assassin's Creed in Japan, but we also want another Splinter Cell game, and Ubisoft has failed to give us that. Now they're putting Sam Fisher in all of their games because they know that we Splinter Cell fans are simps and we'll pay attention to anything that he's in. But we want a Splinter Cell game. Like that's what I want, and I feel like I'm getting jerked around here, Krupska. I really do. They're using my love for Sam against me, and it's exploitive.
It's no good.
I almost spit out my water. Every Ubisoft game is nothing but Sam Fisher and rabbits. True. True. You're letting them do it to you. I am. I know. I know. I am such a fucking simp, bro. I know. I know. I'm letting it happen. I'm letting it happen. I need to just put my foot down and say these are my demands. New Splinter Cell game. Okay. New Splinter Cell game with Sam Fisher in it. All right. And Assassin's Creed in Japan. And some actual story progression, man. Like Assassin's Creed was about the war between the assassins and the Templars, and it was getting good, like going up to Assassin's Creed 3, and then after Assassin's Creed 3, they just like fucking dropped that storyline, and they killed off Desmond. Spoiler alert. And now it's just you playing as the Iranian woman who's like investigating all of these different histories, and she may or may not be loosely connected with the assassins, but it's a really weak story. It's just really about going in the past and playing assassins in the past, which even that's weak now. You know what I mean? Like I've been playing Odyssey for like I don't know, 20 hours, and there's no reference to Assassin's Creed Origins at all. And Origins is where the Order of the Assassins first started. Fucking hell, remember how every rabbit game has a Sam Fisher rabbit in it? Yeah, it's true. It's all come full circle. This is the final manifestation of their diabolical plan. Fuck them, okay? Fuck Ubisoft, because this is messed up. Between psychological manipulation and the abuse that they've allowed to occur to their employees, it's just like they deserve the Dunce Hat award. They get the Dunce Hat this time around. They get this L as like a worst gaming company. EA held that title proudly for like 3 years, but I think it's Ubisoft's turn to hold the crown. And EA stamped fucking Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, so they've kind of redeemed themselves a bit. I'm gonna wait though because it's only a matter of time before EA fucks up again. But for now, I have a positive opinion of. I'm glad I haven't given money to Ubisoft since like Black Flag, which I picked up for like I don't know $5. See, that's because you have a brain. That's because you have a brain. That's because you're not a simp. Because Black Flag was when that was like the turning point. Like Black Flag itself was a really great game, but that's when the Assassin's Creed franchise I felt started to like go downhill because the first three games were very neat and structured, and the story was compelling, and you wanted to know more not only about Altair and Ezio, but you also wanted to know about Desmond and like what was going on in the modern world and kind of uncovering this conspiracy. And Black Flag comes out and they're like, yeah, you're in Abstergo Entertainment. There's still like the modern day story because you do meet characters from the old Assassin's Creed, um, who are like helping you out and trying to more or less kind of bring you into the Assassin's order. But the game's really about pirate songs, man. Like, it's about shanties. It's about selling the open seas. Like the modern day story doesn't fucking matter. Okay, it doesn't fucking matter. Ubisoft's like, no, just fucking go a sailing. Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. Like that's it. And after Black Flag, Unity came out and it was just garbage. It was just trash. And then um, I personally like Syndicate. It was a fun game, but again, we just kind of left what made the original trilogy great. You know?
I'm sorry. Am I the problem?
Am I the problem, Curbsta? Am I the problem, Curbska? I think I am. I'm simping for Ubisoft too hard. That's why.
No, not at all. It's just I'm having trouble staying focused today. I'm sorry, but we'll have to resume this another time.
Oh, hell no! How many hours do you think you made us wait?
Yes, you are. Yeah. I own it, man. I own it. I can't deny it. I literally am enabling bad behavior. I'm enabling um, Ubisoft to continue these exploitative practices. And I heard there was a controversy around Far Cry 6. I don't exactly know the details of that controversy. I've only heard rumors on the internet of what it was about. I didn't look much into it. Um, some people are saying that some like South Americans find the game offensive. Other people are saying that it's looks like it's gonna go in the same direction as all of the Ubisoft games recently. Like Far Cry 5 was a good game from what people tell. I have Far Cry 5. I just haven't played it yet. I bought that on sale. But I already know I'm not getting any of the DLCs. The DLCs did not interest me at all, and they have a mixed review on Steam. Like people didn't like the DLCs, so I'm definitely not. I'm not gonna simp on that game, but people really liked Far Cry 5 in and of itself, so eventually I'll play that. Maybe I'll stream it. I don't know.
I'm sorry. We had another reason for seeing you today. We needed to talk to you.
It's about those rumors regarding your sensei.
This again.
That painting I saw at the exhibit. You're the one who actually painted it, right?
That's...
I knew it.
Your sensei's seriously messed up. He just thinks of his pupils as tools.
Had to play that one because of Richard. I did not care for it. Okay, so you were just like there for the ride. You were just taking one for the team. But Richard was the one who suggested that that's the one that you guys play. Did you guys ended up finishing that, or did you just play, you know, a portion of it and went back to Mario?
That's why he doesn't give a damn whether he steals their work or physically beats them. I'll make this clear. There's no point in hiding stuff from us.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Correct. Gotcha. We did finish it. Okay. Is the whole game fully co-op, or is it like just co-op missions? I know in Far Cry 4, not all missions were co-op, but I don't know if that's the case with Far Cry 5.
You couldn't go against him, could you? I'm sure we can help you out, though.
Stop it. It's just as you all say. We're our sensei's artwork.
It's all co-op. Oh, nice. Okay, so you can play the game from start to finish co-op. That's nice to know. But I think the other person
Don't misunderstand me, though.
will not receive any progress. Ah, okay. So it's Ubisoft. Like that's such an old, antiquated mechanic. Like you play co-op with someone, but you don't receive any progress on your profile because, you know, for whatever reason, the developers can't do dual progression. But now with current technology, that's like game developers are already doing that. So why aren't you doing that, Ubisoft? So they won't get trophies or unlock the special weapons you get for taking down bosses. It's a really tacked on shit called, oh my god. What? That's horrible. That literally is horrible. It's horrible.
I offered my ideas to him myself. As such, it can't be called plagiarism.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like the whole point of a co-op game is dual progression, so you don't have to like play it by yourself, you know? But what do why am I acting surprised, Curbsco? Why am I acting surprised? This is fucking Ubisoft. They're run by Grugs.
Sensei is simply suffering from artist's block right now.
Dude, still.
Hitogo-kun.
Then why are you sticking around? All his other pupils ran away. Aren't you the only one left?
What's wrong with a pupil helping out his master? There are no victims here. Stop pushing your self-centered righteousness on me. I'm supporting Sensei as his pupil. Where's the wrong in that? Don't ever come here again. If you do, I'll sue you for causing a disturbance.
Just looked up the Far Cry 6 controversy. Okay, what you got, Kurska? What you found out?
Hold it! We're not done talking here!
Then you leave me with no choice.
Hey!
I'm reporting you to the police. I asked Takamaki-san to be my model today, but I don't recall ever calling you two here.
What the F, man?
It's because they have a non-Latino cast as a Latino. You know, we had this conversation actually about voice actors. But who's the non-Latino though? Because all the characters that I saw looked pretty fucking Latino to me, man. Like the son and his father, the two that were featured in the trailer, like they look pretty fucking Latino to me. Yeah. Like if I were developing a game, that would just be a personal preference for me. Like the main characters would have to be casted by people who represent that community. Just in my mind, for artistic accuracy. But I wouldn't be against a non-whatever actor playing a character that's more minor. So if I have a minor character in the game, and let's say this character is, you know, black, and I have a white voice actor that's already playing a major role, and I asked that person to do the voices for this black character, I would not be opposed to that, because I'm not gonna go out and just cast a totally different person to say like 3 lines. Like, that's a waste of their time. You know, it's not good. You know, it's a shit job. So it's better to just kind of bundle that boy in. We have Gus from Breaking Bad. Giancarlo Esposito is not Latino. What? He's not? He's not? Okay, look. He's not Latino? What? No, he's not. He's not. His name's Italian. See, I thought it was a Spanish name. Just looking at it, there is a similarity between Spanish and Italian, but no, you are absolutely right. And he was born in Denmark. Yeah, he was born in Denmark, and his mother was like just a regular vanilla white woman. From the name, I'm assuming Elizabeth Foster, and then his father was Giovanni Esposito. So that must be the Italian side. But I don't see that as an issue. I don't see that as an issue at all. I mean, the whole point is the suspension of disbelief, and there is nothing about this man that made me say, "Oh, he's not a Latino." I mean, look, he played in freaking Mandalorian. You know, like you said, he's played in Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul. The guy is an excellent actor. He does villains really well. Like, I loved him in The Mandalorian. That's where I actually recognize him from. Like, this is just an example, Curbska, of the internet being bored. Exactly. Acting is being someone you aren't. Exactly. Like, if you have someone that can pull off the role, it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter, especially when it comes to movies. Like, because acting on camera is so different. And video games are moving in that direction because now you have the mocap, right? So you will act out a scene. You'll wear a mocap suit. You'll have like the little mocap helmet on that's reading your facial expressions, and they're transposing that in real time into the game. So, you know, JRPGs are still retro in how they're developed, but Western game development, especially AAA titles, they're doing like this mocap acting hybrid. So you pretty much are going to have to act on camera. And are you going to pass up on talent like his just to find a generic Latino actor to play that role? No, you wouldn't. Because you have to transpose that person's face into the game. He looks like a dictator. He looks like a bad guy, okay? And he plays those roles really well. I bring up The Mandalorian again. I loved him in The Mandalorian. So this controversy, I agree with you 100%. It shouldn't be a controversy, but there's going to be people who just get angry over just the most minute of things. And I guess that's a sign of good times. Maybe the world isn't as fucked up as I think it is, if that's what you choose to get mad about. Okay, if you're not upset with civil rights protesters being gassed by police, but you are upset that an Italian guy is playing a Latino character, then I guess times must be really fucking good, you know. No, the world is fucked up. Yeah, see, that's what I thought too, Curbska. You know, I doubt it myself because people are literally angry about this. And let's get something straight here, okay? Well, Jamal, all those police were played by white people. That's true. That's true. Maybe the outcome would have been different if we had white actors play as protesters and non-white actors play as police, and just see how differently that would have played out. Except we do know from Michigan how that played out, right? Nothing happened. But yeah, I mean, like, what is a Latino person? What is a Mestizo person, right? They're a mix of European Spanish, African, and Native American. Those are like the three ethnic groups that created the modern day Latino, right? And then of course you had Indian people moving to the region. Like if you go to Guyana, there's Indian people there who've mixed in with that population of Latinos. If you go to Argentina, there's a lot of Italian in the Latino people there, right? So they have a lot of Italian in them. And this actor, Giancarlo Esposito, is Italian. It's like there's a lack of understanding of people in history that really frustrates me with this controversy. Like, if you knew who Latino people were, you wouldn't be offended by who they cast. It's not like they fucking got Adam Sandler, okay, to play this guy, alright? Giancarlo Esposito, for all intents and purposes, may as well be Latino, because he has more in common with the people of Argentina and South America as far as his genetics are concerned, then I'm sure half of the people that are complaining. But that's just me. That's just my 2 cents. Bullshit controversy.
Stop it.
I'm glad you looked that up, because now I know, and now I know it's dumb. Now I know it's dumb. If Adam Sandler could play a convincing Latino man, I'd be okay with it. That's why I brought him up. I do not think Adam Sandler could play a Latino person, because he always just gives Rob Schneider to do it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know, it's like when Robert Downey Jr. played a black dude in Tropic Thunder. You know what I mean? Like, if you can do it, you can do it well. Do it. You know what I mean? And if Adam Sandler could play a convincing Latino, I would totally be fine with that as well. And the most successful voice actors, the most successful actors are those who can play pretty much any role, right? But looking at it from the perspective of equal opportunity, that's why I would personally want, characters who resembled, or actors who resembled their character's background, just for that reason. Because yes, there's a handful of actors who really are that talented and who can play all kinds of roles, but they are representative of just a slice of American society. And so if they get all of the acting jobs and they get all of the recognition, that starves the rest of the actors that are trying to make it. So I understand that other argument too. But in the case of Giancarlo, if someone came to me and said, alright, do you want like an actual Latino guy, or you want Giancarlo Esposito? I'm going with Giancarlo Esposito. I don't give a fuck. Like, you're just gonna have to hate me. I can't. Just get good. Just get good, scrub. True. No, that's a totally reasonable perspective to have. Because if you care only about the talent, you know that you're gonna get a quality product. You know what I mean? Yeah, you want to roll. Get good at doing the thing. Yeah, you're right, man. You're right, and that's the other argument too. It's like, look, I don't really care about the politics of it. I just want a role, and I want someone that can do a good job at the role. I will say, in the case of Hollywood, video games are a little different, but in the case of Hollywood, there has been every excuse made to keep Hollywood, at least the A-list, as wide as possible. That has changed over the years, as really great minority actors and actresses have come out, and their talent was undeniable. And so it made Hollywood look bad. It's like, okay, these people are getting paid less, they're getting less acting roles, but look at how they did in this movie, look at how they did in that movie, and their excuse is always, well, oh, you know, black movies don't sell, or brown movies don't sell. And we've got Crazy Rich Asians, we've got the Medea franchise, we've got Bad Boys, Rush Hour, A Bronx Tale. That movie was awesome, and that featured an Italian dude and a black girl in it. Like that's just as stupid as Ubisoft saying that female protagonists don't sell. It's the same caliber of idiocy, and it's usually used as an excuse to maintain the status quo, because the people in question are grugs and they don't want to adapt to a different way of storytelling. So I get that. I totally get that. But where you're coming from is just talent. If you're good at doing the thing, you will get the job. And that's a completely reasonable outlook to have. Hence Giancarlo Esposito. He's the most talented candidate, so why not give it to him? Because he's gonna bring so much to that role. You know, not only in terms of his personal talent, but name recognition. You see his name in the Far Cry 6 cast, you're gonna pay attention to that game. Well, video games can't get away with saying minorities don't sell. Just look at Mario. True. Or else they totally try. Yes, exactly. Mario, GTA, right? GTA San Andreas, GTA 5, right? You asked a lot of fans who their favorite character was in GTA 5. It was Franklin, right? So video game companies have stopped making that excuse a long time ago. It's the nerdy 12-year-old gamers who still try to tell that line. Like the reason why The Last of Us 2 was so reviled, even though most people hadn't even played the game, is because there was a woman with muscles in it. You know what I mean? And they're all like, oh, you know, fuck this forced diversity, you know. I mean, Franklin was the only good one. True. Franklin was the only good one. You know, the other two characters felt like people I've seen before working at my old job in customer service. Franklin just seemed like the only level-headed one. In that entire game, everyone else was insane. LMFAO, woman can't have muscles, Jamal. Exactly. It was the most Have you ever seen a woman? It's true. Dude, man, like, the lens. And here's the worst part. They were like, oh, you know, I'm tired of all this forced diversity. They've got a trans woman with muscles. Abby isn't even trans. She's not the trans character. There's another character in the game that's trans, alright? That's not a trans character. She still likes cock, okay? She just has muscles because she's in a post-apocalyptic world where people will rob you, rape you, or God knows what else, and so you need to be able to defend yourself. So she turned herself into a living weapon. Alright? Like, I fucking hated The Last of Us Part 2, but I didn't know the reason other people hated it until I finished it. Yeah, exactly. Like, I felt that the game took itself way too fucking seriously. Okay? Like, way too fucking seriously. It was trying to be super deep. It was trying to be super insightful. And it missed the mark because it forgot that it was a game. It was trying to be a movie. It forgot that it was a game. And there were some glaring plot... I wouldn't call them plot holes, but it was just bad writing. Like, and you beat the game, right? You said you beat the game. Cause I want to talk about it, but I don't want to spoil it if you haven't beaten it.
Calm down, okay?
Damn it!
I won't report you, but only under one condition.
What's that?
I want you to continue being my model, Takamaki-san.
Yeah, just shit writing. I have beaten the game, yes. Okay, so we can talk about it. Alright, so here's my first it took forever, but I forced myself to do it, but I beat the game. It's like doing that last rep, you know, that last push-up, and you just barely can crush that one out before you collapse under your own weight. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kudos to you. Kudos to you biting the bullet and finishing it. I mean, I think it's an important game to play, or at least an important game to be familiar with. Like, it's one of the biggest games of this generation. So video game historians will look back on The Last of Us 2 and analyze its impact on the greater industry. Thank you. Yes, no, absolutely. You deserve. Let's give Kripska a round of applause. Okay, he gets a hyper clap for that one. So my biggest issue, and there's a lot. My biggest issue though was how Ellie was characterized. Like, I could understand her being angry. It just wouldn't end. It was like this revenge story that just, it was like One Piece but bad. You know what I mean? Like, One Piece is long as fuck, and I haven't seen all the episodes because it's long as fuck, but it's good. Like, the few episodes of One Piece that I did watch, it was good. Like, I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was whimsical. It was great. The pacing was terrible. Yes, it was really, really bad. And of course, women can't have muscles. Probably the most important part. Exactly. And like, did these fucking 12-year-olds and these fucking 20-year-old neckbeards realize that every character in the game is mocapped and is modeled from a real world person? This assertion that women can't have muscles, first, is false because they obviously never seen WWE or female bodybuilders before. And it's also false because the woman who served as Abby's body model exists, and she's real, and I follow her on Instagram, and she's hot, okay? And she has bigger muscles than Abby. Like, Abby's actually toned down, okay? She's toned down from the model that they based her body on. Like the real world actress is fucking yoked, okay? And they've obviously never seen women, period. You're right. You're absolutely right. And like, Jim Sterling did an excellent video. Like, I love his take on it because he compares he just takes their argument at face value. He's like, let's for the sake of argument assume that they have a valid argument. Let's analyze it on its merits. Okay, Abby doesn't have a realistic body shape. Let's look at all the other examples in video games in which characters, not just women, but characters, period, didn't have realistic body shapes. Like, everyone in Gears of War. I mean, come on. This is supposed to be post-apocalyptic times, and everyone's like omega yoked. Like, they're literally the giants of ancient Greece. Or how in RPGs, women run around like with bikini armor, and the only muscles they're allowed to have are boobs. Thank God. Yes, thank God for Jim. Like, he always says thank God for me, but no, seriously, thank God for Jim. That guy he's a breath of fresh air. I can't recall one video that I've actually disagreed with his take. And if I did disagree with his take, I was wrong and he was right. Jim Sterling is gold. He's fucking gold.
But you said that it wasn't working out today.
But I wanted to ask you, what did you think about Ellie's characterization? Because, like, I get her being angry that Joel was killed, alright? I get that. But I felt that how they justified her decisions using these flashbacks are memories that she already had in her head. So if the memories were that powerful to prevent her from doing certain things, then why didn't those memories kick in earlier, which would have pretty much cut the game in half by length, you know what I mean? Like, literally, it just helps with the frustration to see someone out there with a voice people will listen to. Exactly. Because you have so many fucking idiots on the internet. Like, you have these Zoomers, who are literally like simp cells, and they're making more Zoomers toxic. You also have some millennials who should know better by this point, because most of us are like almost 30. The oldest of us are like 35 going on 40, and you have some millennials that are out there still saying chud shit and in woman bad shit. Like, I agree with you completely. Like, Jim's a breath of fresh air. Young Yeah, I love him as well. He has a lot of great takes. But yeah, it's there's hope in the darkness. I understand her rage, but it's hard to believe she should feel anything about stabbing a lady playing a PS Vita when she's running around throwing bricks at people's face. See, that was one of Jim's biggest points, and I totally agree with that take, right? You're trying to make a player feel bad about killing a pregnant woman, or like, do you not understand that your game design has killed that in me? Do you not realize that your game design has taken that empathy, any empathy at all that I had, and just thrown it away because you made killing people so much fun? You turned me into a bloodthirsty psychotic demon. You did this through your game design, and now you want me to stop and say, oh, poor person that I just stabbed like 50 times after they tried to kill me or whatever. It's like, no, you can't have it both ways, Naughty Dog. You can't have it both ways. That's why most games who've done that particular moral dilemma well, they make you choose between killing someone that you actually worked with, right? Not forcing you to decide whether or not you're going to kill an enemy, because you've been killing enemies all game. Like, what makes this person special? It's like, okay, these women over here were not visibly pregnant, so I don't have the guilt associated with killing them. But this woman here, she's visibly pregnant, so let's just ruminate over the fact that we killed a visibly pregnant woman. Metal Gear Solid does a pretty great job of handling this exact thing by giving you the option to not actually kill people the whole time. Exactly. Exactly. And this is one reason why I loved MGS so much, because you really did feel like every action you took had a consequence. You know what I mean? Like, even if you played Phantom Pain, which, by the opinion of a lot of Metal Gear Solid fans, people hate it. I really loved Phantom Pain. But then I got around to like seeing the other Metal Gear Solid games, and I understand why there's so much hate towards it. But your reputation was wholly influenced by whether or not you killed people or kept them alive, and the game gave you so many non-lethal options like rubber bullets, knockout gas. Just choking a guy out and making him pass out, or knocking him unconscious so you didn't have to kill him. Like, there wasn't an enemy in the game that you had to kill, and that was the coolest part. Even the tanks, even the fucking tanks, if you snuck up on the tanks, you could just Fulton them out of the battlefield, so you didn't even have to blow up the tanks. The only vehicle I think that you actually had to kill were helicopters, and you can hide from them. You didn't even have to fight the helicopters. So MGS is a shining example of how to give a player a choice, because when you do present a player with a moral dilemma like, oh, you have to kill this person, and you spent the entire game not killing people, it feels a little different. Same thing with Deus Ex for the most part. Like, you didn't have to kill anyone, you could just knock everyone out, and they give you extra EXP if you knocked people out, as opposed to killing them. And that's how you're supposed to do it. Last of Us 2 is like, fuck it, have fun, blow people's heads off, throw IEDs, throw Molotov cocktails, stab people in the fucking face, rip out their throats. But if you kill a character that's actually relevant to the story, you're supposed to feel bad. Doesn't work that way. I'm killing that motherfucker too. It's harder for sure to not kill people, but that's the point. Exactly, that's the point. Like, that's literally the point. You can go the easy route and just like murder everyone, or you can knock everyone out, and try to be as much of a pacifist as possible.
That's as I was unconsciously being modest for your sake.
And like I know in Deus Ex, the characters will actually respond to how you chose to handle certain situations. Like there's this one character in Mankind Divided where he's easier to talk to if you don't kill any of his people. Like if you get to him and you don't kill any of his guards, he's like, all right, maybe I should take you seriously because you exercise a lot of restraint even getting to me. But if you just like murk all of his people and kill them and blow your way up to get to him, he's like, I don't want to fucking trust you. Like you just murdered all of my guys. And so games like that are written a lot better because you would react that way. Like if some protagonist showed up on your doorstep covered in blood, you're like looking for the exit. You want to get away from that person as soon as possible. But if they show restraint, if they show mercy, trying to get to you, then it's like, all right, maybe I can trust this person. Even in fucking Hitman, a game that's about killing people, you know, I feel bad when I have to kill guards because one, you lose points when you do it because you're only supposed to kill the target, and two, they're just guards. They're just fucking doing their jobs. They're not the mark. They're not the target. Okay, so I try as hard as I can to knock them unconscious so I can take their costume, their uniform, and I throw them in like a trash bin or something and let them sleep it off. Like that's what I try to do. That's probably the biggest difference between The Last of Us 1 and 2. Joel's very much a piece of shit who does not give a single fuck about killing all of those people to achieve his goal. Exactly. Fucking exactly. Joel is a selfish fuck. Like let's be honest, he's a selfish piece of shit. He's a horrible person, you know? And like like Jim said, if Joel is the person that you look up to, I would really seriously rethink your priorities. Like Joel is a sympathetic character because you understand his pain, like where he's coming from. But he's a selfish guy. I mean, the only reason anyone likes him at all is because you got to see his relationship with Ellie. But even what he did with Ellie was selfish. He's never made a selfless decision ever. From when he first appeared in the game to when he was killed, he never made a selfish decision. Like, he even was crying for Ellie to come help him when he was surrounded by people beating the shit out of him. Like, if he was a selfless character, he would have just either died or he would have told Ellie to run away and to just let him die. But instead, he calls for her to come help him, even though she would have been surrounded by those people and likely ended up the same way, and she almost ended up the same way. Just Abby chose to spare her life, which I guess kind of was a mistake, but you know, whatever. God, yes, the way Hitman handles murder is the best. You're a killer, but you're a killer with standards. Exactly. You're not a psychopath. You're not some fucking crazy person. You're a professional. You're there for a target. You're there for a mark. You are not here to hurt innocent bystanders. You're not here to hurt even the guards that'll stand in your way, okay? You are there for that mark. You are there for that target. You have a code of honor. You're an assassin with a code of honor. And The Last of Us 2 did a really terrible job of drawing that distinction between mindless murder and calculated murder. Like, it's all just murder. You know, it's like the same thing where they try to make you feel sorry for killing a dog because you play with that dog as Abby, and then as Ellie you kill that dog. It's like, oh, don't you feel bad you had to kill that dog? That dog was a good dog. No, fuck that dog, because all dogs are bad. Anyone who plays video games knows that dogs are bad. From Resident Evil to Call of Duty, if you see a dog, kill it, because it'll kill you if you ignore it. Everyone knows that. And you're trying to make people feel bad about killing a dog. It's like, no, Neil Druckmann, I will not feel bad about killing this dog. I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're trying to do, but no. And you can make Ellie look sad all you want to. I know she doesn't really feel sorry because she's killed everyone in this game. Even when I didn't want her to, she's killed everyone in this game. Like, it's shit. They did a terrible job, but it's worse than they felt. It's worse It's worse that they felt like they were doing a better job than every other game before it. Exactly. The arrogance. The arrogance. I feel bad every time I kill a dog, no matter the game. Oh. See, you deserve a big hug. You deserve a big hug, Curbska, because I fucking hate dogs. I will ace a dog. I will ace a dog. The only dog that I like is the dog that isn't going to bite me. Going back to Metal Gear Solid, like D-Dog, I loved D-Dog. Because you can get D-Dog to go and stun people. You can get D-Dog to go and disarm weapons. D-Dog could sniff out guards, so you just hide in like a bush and he will like map out the whole fucking base for you. D-Dog was amazing. And when D-Dog got hurt, I got angry. And maybe I did kill some people whenever that happened. You know, John Wick mode. But if that dog's not on my side, I go for them first. Because game developers make dogs annoying in every game. I don't care what it is. I will literally ignore the motherfucker with an RPG. The dog is the highest threat. Dog, helicopter gunship, guy with an RPG, and then everyone else. Like that's my threat hierarchy. Okay. Fucking hell. So in Ghost of Tsushima, you have a horse, and if you jump from a ledge that's a little too high, the horse fucking eats it face first into the ground, and it breaks my heart every time. I just don't use the horse anymore. I walk around like an idiot. It's true. I've seen so many people suffer from that. Like Roach in The Witcher, I would feel bad when I would hurt Roach because I'm like trying to go down a steep hill, but Ghost of Tsushima just makes it so bad because the threshold for horse damage is so low. Like you said, you hop off a ledge just a little too high, and boom, your ass is in the dirt.
However, I have nothing to worry about anymore. If you are willing to bear everything to me.
What did you think about them adding Abby though? Because Abby's addition to the game is controversial in kind of the right reason, depending on who you talk to. I personally liked Abby. I'm one of the few people that actually liked her, but I want your opinion on that. Just don't let me hurt animals. I don't think I'm asking for too much. That's reasonable. That's reasonable. Cause see, I don't want to kill dogs. So don't put dogs in the game. You don't put dogs in the game, I can't kill the dogs. And if there's no dogs in the game, I'm happy. If you put the only dog in the game on my side, I'm happy. I just don't want the dogs on the other team because I'm going to shoot dogs. I'll be honest, I like Abby's story 100 trillion times more than Ellie. Abby had a character. Exactly. See, I'm glad that I can talk to another intelligent person about this character, because in other communities they're like, oh, Abby sucks, Abby shouldn't be here, you know, it should always be about Ellie or whatever. But yeah, exactly, she had a typical character arc. She started off kind of and then as she goes through the story, she meets people, she meets situations that causes her to be more empathetic, and then by the end of it, she's like this awesome character. It very much captured the same feeling in the first game, and it was nice. Yeah, it was like a new Ellie and Joel, like Abby and Lev. Like that was the new Ellie and Joel, right? And Lev was the trans character, and all of the fucking idiots missed that, and they thought Abby was a trans character. And I'm like, guys, just because a woman has muscles does not make her trans, okay? Like, shut up, please. Like, I wish there was just a minimal intelligence requirement that existed before people would speak. Like, biologically, your body would know that you were too stupid and would just prevent you from sharing certain opinions. Like, that would be nice, but we didn't evolve that way. Sure it does. Women can't have muscles. like the seriousness these idiots had in their argument, the faith that they had in their argument was just insane. They are nothing but skeletons and flesh. It's true. Open the book sometimes, Jim Jam. You're right, Kurska. Women are just skeletons and flesh. They have no muscles. They have no muscles. You know, on to Kamiki. Now that's a real woman right there, mate. I mean, she's got a little bit in the calf department, but she's you know, she has no muscle tone to speak of. They move in a manner similar to spiders. It's just a series of pups moving blood around. It's true. They don't have muscles. They're just fluids. They're just fluids. The human body's like 80% water, but that's the male body. The woman body is 95% water. They're just all they're all fluid.
I will put my heart and soul into creating the best nude painting ever.
Oh my.
What?
Nude?
To think I'd be able to create a nude painting with my most ideal model.
So, Curbsa, do you think that Yusuke is a member of the Kappa Pride community? Cause see, I think like, if I remember from Persona 5, I thought that he was, but then he made certain comments. I'm like, okay, well maybe he's bi, but I just think he's too meticulous to be a quote unquote straight guy. Like, his hair is perfect. His clothes are seamless. His physique is slim and elegant. I mean, 98% of that fluid is in the tits and ass. anything that has less is trash. Yes, that's lit. That's it. That's it. That is it. That's fucking it right there. That's their argument. It's like, I can hypothetically speaking point to a statistical proof that validates my argument. Okay, 98% of the fluid that women have in their bodies are in the tits and the ass. Anything less than that, you're looking at a trans person. Case closed. He doesn't have time for lovemaking. All he cares about is his art. That's true. That's true. It's like me and my anime titties, you know? I don't have time for a real girlfriend because anime titties, which are 98% fluid. My wiener's not hard from looking at this character. Must be Yes! That's literally their argument. It's like, oh, I'm not hard looking at this character. Must be a man, because I know my libido, and whenever I see a woman, I get hard. Like, these guys are such idiots. Like, I'm sorry, you saw a character that's non-gender conforming, alright? It's the fucking apocalypse. You think a person's gonna worry about high heels and a skirt in a fucking mushroom zombie infested world? Are you really that stupid?
Of course, you two won't be allowed in, and I ask that you forget about our discussion today as well. If I don't submit a new piece to Sensei soon, there will be some inconveniences.
Look, I'm just so straight. Deal with it. Yeah, it's true. So I'm so straight. I have to have a woman that I can jerk off to in every game, or else it's just a bad game. And the industry did this. The industry did this. The male gaze did this. And look, I'm not complaining about it. Like, I love hot female characters. You know, like I fucking play Dead or Alive. You know what I mean? Like, I would be a complete hypocrite if I were to say that the sexualization of women in video games are wrong. Because, in my opinion, I think that female sexuality is a superpower, alright? You know, like, that's kind of part of the package. So, I don't have a problem with women being sexualized. I do have a problem with them being over-sexualized. Like in the case of Splinter Cell Double Agent, there was a female spy, and it was literally just some chick in like fucking booty shorts, a midriff top, and the fucking third echelon goggles, and I was furious. Kripska, I was furious as a fucking teenager. I was furious. I'm like, this is unacceptable. All I wanted, all I asked for was a simple cat suit. Something form-fitting, complements the ass and the tits, but fully covered, okay, fully covered, tactical, some armor plating, and that's it. That's all I wanted. And they're like, oh, we got something for you guys. We're gonna create a female agent that's half naked who's supposed to be in the Tom Clancy universe. I'm like, guys, never do that again. But now, after the expose that came out about Ubisoft, it all makes perfect sense now. Splinter Cell Double Agent. Yeah, it came out on Xbox 360 in 2005. Yeah, it came out after Chaos Theory. So I was one of the guys to get it like right when the game came out, because you know I'm a big Splinter Cell simp. I've played all the Splinter Cells, and I've owned all of the Splinter Cells. All of the mainline ones. Like, if there's a Splinter Cell on fucking mobile, I don't have it. Last I played was Chaos Theory. Yeah, Chaos Theory was the last really great one. I love Chaos Theory so much. Yeah, you had Double Agent, Conviction, and then Blacklist. And yeah, I never get it. Yeah, exactly. Like, Double Agent wasn't that great. It wasn't, and Conviction was barely a Splinter Cell game. It was a fun game, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't a Splinter Cell game. Blacklist was a return to the actual Splinter Cell style, and Blacklist was fucking awesome. I loved Blacklist. Played the shit out of that one. But yeah, I'm just waiting for my next Splinter Cell game, man. Like, Ubisoft is leaving me hanging. Like, they're putting Sam Fisher in Rainbow Six, but I want a Splinter Cell game, man. And like, Sam Fisher doesn't even have to be the main protagonist, like playable character, but he needs to be in the game. Like, that's what pissed me off with Splinter Cell Conviction. Well, not Splinter Cell Conviction. It was Blacklist. It was Splinter Cell Blacklist. Like, they didn't cast Michael Ironside. They brought in the guy who played Arrow. And, I mean, he's a great actor, don't get me wrong. Like, I think he did a pretty good job for the role, but he just had he wasn't Sam. You know, Sam's got that old veteran badassery that the new Sam lacked. You know, he just sounded younger, he looked younger, and yeah. I would have rather him play as a totally different agent, and Michael Ironside still voice Sam Fisher, still play Sam Fisher, but in like an advisory role, you know. But instead, they put Sam Fisher in, and then they take Michael Ironside out, and I was not happy with that. Yeah. They put him back in, like in the Ghost Recon Breakpoint DLC, Sam Fisher as Michael Ironside, or Michael Ironside as Sam Fisher is back, and I believe he's also going to be doing the voice for Sam Fisher in Rainbow Six. So I hope they just keep Michael Ironside as Sam Fisher, because his voice is iconic. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain voices, like David Hayter for Solid Snake when they replaced him with Kiefer Sutherland. I mean, look, I'm a fan of Kiefer. You know, I grew up with 24, love 24, but yeah, exactly. He has a very distinct voice. You know, you can't really replace that. You know, Sam Fisher with Michael Ironside's voice, you can't fool around with that. And yeah, David Hayter, Solid Snake, it's iconic. You know, some other character. Geralt's voice actor. You know, very distinct, very distinct. And Ubisoft tried it for a minute. They tried it for a minute. They failed, but they tried it for a minute.
Meaning it'll be without any clothes, right? Why are things suddenly escalating like that?
Because those are my terms.
Wait, ain't that bad?
Sensei is out during the afternoon while the art exhibit is on, so I can use this place freely. I should buy more art supplies.
Will you give me a second here?
Of course. I'm willing to wait. I'll make time according to your plans, but please come before the exhibit ends.
No, that's not what I mean! Why are you not listening?
Sensei will be returning home soon.
Like, if you wanted to change the voice of Big Boss to be different from Snake's, you had the opportunity in the past. You didn't do it changing VAs for Phantom Pain, which was just showing it. Exactly. Because, alright. Liquid Snake is a clone, just like Solid Snake. But it had two different voice actors. David Hayter played Snake, and the other gentleman, which I cannot recall his name at the moment, played Liquid. So you've already established in the very first game that clones can sound differently from each other. Right? So, when you had Big Boss in Metal Gear Solid 3, you could have casted Kiefer Sutherland then, right? You could have casted a third actor then. I'm glad that they stuck with David Hayter, but that's the issue that Kojima, that's where Kojima fucked up on. You had David Hayter play Big Boss in MGS3, but then you have Kiefer Sutherland play Big Boss in MGS5 when David Hayter wanted to play Big Boss in MGS5. He already played Big Boss in MGS3. So why would you do that? Because you wanted a big name actor on your product, because Kojima's a narcissist, let's be real, okay? Let's be real. You know, he's been wanting to get into the Hollywood A-list for the longest time, and I think he has done that to a great extent. You know, proof of that is with Death Stranding, right? But I think he could have done Death Stranding and have kept David Hayter on as Big Boss. Like let's finish this series off strong. Like, David Hayter has been the voice of Snake. There's so many games, and you know, just to like kick him to the curb like that, you know, for Kiefer Sutherland, who barely spoke. Kiefer barely spoke. Big Boss barely had any lines. It's like, yo, like, alright, so you bring in Kiefer Sutherland, you bring in this big name actor. Again, I love Kiefer Sutherland. And then you give him how many lines? You give him how many lines? Like 12 out of the entire fucking game? Like 12 lines? Like, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. If David Hayter had played Big Boss, I guarantee you there would have been more dialogue. So, you know, it was just fucked up. It's fucked up. Makes me angry.
We're done for today.
To this day.
Takamaki-san, I'll be waiting for you to contact me.
No, no, no! We are not done talking here!
Hey, what should we do? Yeah, damn it. He got us good this time.
Don't give up so easily!
Huh? Is she done being a model?
A cat?
You moron!
He's totally out of his mind! I'm gonna have to pose nude if this keeps up!
How dare that, Yusuke?
The way he said it, it's not gonna be semi, but full on nude.
Full nudity? Lady Ann's gonna...
Still yourself, Morgana. Cold shower.
Drop it!
That was my biggest problem with Phantom Pain. No dialogue. I fucking love Snake and his team and their interactions with each other. This game just threw it all out of the window. Yeah, man, like, so my first MGS that I actually played and finished was MGS2. Substance, and that was that's the one that came out on original Xbox. So that game like really introduced me to MGS. I played the first MGS when I was a lot younger, but I was a kid, I was dumb, I didn't really appreciate the game for what it was. I just liked running around and punching people, and I thought Solid Snake looked cool. Like, I had asked my dad for a Solid Snake action figure, and he got it for me, and it was like my favorite action figure, and it was bad fucking ass, dude. It had the USP 4.5 with the suppressor, and you know, Snake's bandana was like in mid drift, and it was fucking badass. And I got a Stinger missile launcher with the action figure too. But so yeah, that was my experience at MGS1, and then MGS2 was what really introduced me to the franchise. And I didn't play MGS3, I didn't play MGS4 because I had Xbox, and those games never came to Xbox. And only recently that I started following a Twitch channel called Outer Heaven, and they played the MGS games on repeat. Like, they're really big MGS fans. They play it on the hardest difficulty, and they just run the MGS. And I saw all the other MGS games, and I saw all of the dialogue and the writing and the relationship between Snake and Kaz and all of these and Ocelot and all these characters. And my second MGS game was the Phantom Pain, so I skipped all of those games. I went to Phantom Pain, you know, because I got a PS4. And if I had played those other MGS games, I would have hated Phantom Pain also. But because I hadn't, I actually liked Phantom Pain because I didn't have the same relationship with the franchise as the longtime fans had, because they had played all the games, so they knew all of the stuff that I didn't. And so I totally see your point, because when you look at the older games and you look at Phantom Pain, it just feels like a big fuck you to the fans, honestly. And even though Kojima didn't even want to make MGS4, he wanted to make just MGS3 and be done. The fans were like, no, you have to like finish the franchise, so he makes MGS4, and then Konami's like, yeah, but let's just, you know, give it one big send off. We'll bring you in for MGS5, and we'll just send it off that way. And MGS5 just turned into it was a quagmire, really. It was a really bad game, really poorly made, and I enjoyed it simply because of my ignorance. It was like when I played Perfect Dark Zero, and all of the Perfect Dark fans hated Perfect Dark Zero, but I never played the original Perfect Dark. So I played Perfect Dark Zero, I liked Perfect Dark Zero, then when the remaster came out on Xbox 360, I bought that, and I'm like, dude, this game is so much better than Perfect Dark Zero. I totally understand why people hate Perfect Dark Zero. Like, Perfect Dark Zero is ass compared to the original Perfect Dark. I'm like, wow, I was speechless. I was blown away. I'm like, wow, how could you have fucked it up? How could you fuck it up that badly, Rare? How could you have fucked it up that badly?
You know,
horrible.
You won't have to worry about that if we make Madarame confess before the exhibit ends.
But Kitagawa-kun thinks he owes his life to him. Is there a need to make Madarame confess?
Then, Lady Ann, you're fine with bearing it all?
I am not!
Madarame's no different from Kamoshida. That asshole's using Yusuke who doesn't have parents. You're telling me we should just ignore how he's being treated horribly like the other pupils?
I gotta say, if that is the case for MGS4 being something he didn't want to do, that game is pretty amazing and a wonderful send-off for the franchise, which is a big reason I'm okay with never finishing 5. Yeah, exactly. Kojima, he really did do a great job with MGS4. I like to call MGS4 an interactive movie, because the amount of gameplay versus the length of the cutscenes it's like 3 to 1. Like for every 10 minutes of gameplay, there's 30 minutes of cutscene footage. But one of my favorite scenes in video games of all time, of all video games I ever played, was in MGS4. LMFAO, yes, it very much is. Exactly. It's an interactive movie, dude. Like this, the cutscenes are so long and there's so many of them. But yeah, like that scene where Liquid Ocelot finally takes control of SOP, and he literally just like air gun kills everyone. Like that's one of my favorite scenes in all video games. Like in my top 5 best cutscenes in all video games because the ridiculousness of it. And he's just like, bang, 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 ah! And the voice actor is like making these gun noises. Yeah, yes, it's so good. It is. I fucking love it, dude. I love it. Like it was such a power move, and it was hilarious at the same time. And I'm like, guys, this is gold. And yeah, like that would have never happened if Kojima wasn't forced to make MGS4. There were some things about the MGS4 story that I didn't like Naomi, for example. She like dies in seconds from turbo cancer that was being kept at bay by nanomachines. I just like that's not believable. They should have like say that she was poisoned with uranium and nanomachines were keeping her alive from that. But the fact that she dies in seconds after deactivating the nanomachines, it was bad writing. She should have been poisoned or something. That would have made more sense. Exactly, Fox die. Yeah, exactly. Fox die. Like that would have made sense because Fox die kills. Fox die kills really quickly. But instead, she's like, "Oh, I have this cancer, and the nanomachines are the only things that have kept me alive." No, like not cancer. Fox die. Fox die. Like that. She was in the first game. She worked on Fox die. Like just right in that she had been infected with some experimental strain, and she developed nanomachines to help counteract its effects. That's why she's been alive for so long. Like that would have made so much more sense than saying I have cancer, because we all know that cancer doesn't kill that quickly. So that was one palm in face moment. And the B&B characters, they were interesting. There's a lot of hilarity that came with those characters, like loot things that you could pretty much do to each of the characters once you've gotten them, in their wanting to fuck you state, and they start crawling towards you with their skin suits. That was very Kojima, and I really appreciated that. But the characters in and of themselves did not really have much. They didn't really make much sense for existing in the franchise. But besides all that, and of course, like how they kind of brought Big Boss back, it kind of felt a little retconny. But all that said, I still enjoyed the game. I still enjoyed the story. I still enjoyed the ending. And MGS5 was just such a deviation from that gold. Yeah, that's Kojima being Kojima. Exactly. Those games times where you don't think about it too much. Exactly. If you don't overthink it, it's gold. If you do start to like read between the lines, like there's some things I didn't quite right here. Like you start noticing the little imperfections in the painting, where you should just kind of take it as a whole. But Old Snake, Johnny with his IBS, literally shitting himself in the middle of firefights. Like, there's just so much to that game that was good. You know what I mean? You just gotta get swept up for the madness. Exactly. Like, you have to suspend your disbelief and kind of just flow with it. Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, Johnny. Yeah. Fucking Johnny, bro. Fucking Johnny, bro. Like, oh man, Johnny's amazing. I love Johnny. And when I was watching the Outer Heaven streams, they actually show you instances in which Johnny appears or is referred to in the older MGS games, because he's officially in the first MGS. That's the guy that Meryl knocks out and steals his uniform. And so he's the guy with boxer briefs in the American version and just like butt ass naked in the Japanese version. Yeah, that was when Johnny first appears. So you remember that scene, yeah. And he's also referenced in MGS3. His father was a guard at at Colonel Vogan's base, and you know that Johnny's father was a kid at the time that this took place. So all of the men in Johnny's family are named Johnny. So you meet Johnny's grandfather in MGS3, and then Johnny's father's reference, and then of course Johnny is introduced in MGS1 as a genome soldier. He's been around the whole time, exactly. Like I love that shit. It's like Dubs Chips, or Chips Dubs. He's like this character that appears in all of the mainline Halo games. He's this Australian guy. And the Halo community gave him a name, so Bungie just kept him in all of the games. Like, even if he gets killed, he'll respawn and he'll come back. So yeah, Johnny's that kind of character, and you know, and he kept the IBS consistent, because Johnny appears again when Snake is in the cell, and Otacon has to come and break you out, and Johnny's like, you know, oh, not again. Actually, he was in MGS2, wasn't he? I think he was in MGS2. Because I think there was a guard with IBS there too. I'm not sure. It's just a fun, dumb thing. Exactly. It's like one of those Easter eggs, you know, just to keep the fans happy.
It is frustrating to leave this alone, even if Kitagawa-kun is fine with it himself.
You can't leave it be because you've endured a lot yourself with Kamoshida.
Yeah, exactly. I love it when game devs do like just stupid shit like that. There is a Easter egg in Ghost of Tsushima, and that's all I'm gonna say. You're gonna have to play through it a lot more, but you actually won't have to worry about missing it. It will be in your face. You just have to like be paying attention to it at the time. But Sucker Punch did something similar, not with a character per se, but just with like in the Easter egg. Oh yeah, get excited. It's good.
Yeah.
Anyways, we gotta go after this guy. Madarame is the kind of target we've been waiting for. Let's help Yusuke come to his senses too, before he ends up like us.
Right.
We need to look into Madarame first.
Is it Sly Cooper related? Yes. Yes, it is.
There might be tons more stuff that hasn't been exposed yet too.
It may become easier for us to investigate his palace if he's preoccupied with his exhibit.
Also, there's the thing about me modeling. Kitagawa-kun said there'd be inconveniences unless he submits a new piece. Maybe that's going to be announced soon as Madarame's next work.
They love sneaking that boy in their games, and it makes me happy. It's true. Like, they really love that character. They show him a lot of love, and do you think they'll just come out with another Sly Cooper? You know, because it was such a popular franchise. I never played it, personally, but I only ever heard great things about it.
Does that mean the whole country's gonna see you nude?
What? Are you saying I'm... no, I mean, that's not what this is about.
We must deal with Madarame, no matter what, before his exhibit ends.
Let's start after school tomorrow. Oh, it'll be a pain if Miss President finds us on the rooftop again, so... where to meet up? Let's see...
Honestly, the Crash revival being such a big thing, I wouldn't be super surprised. That's true. That's true. The new Crash coming out definitely got people buzzing. I still need to go and play the remastered Crash Bandicoot. I actually bought it twice, believe it or not. I have a copy for PlayStation and I have a copy for PC. Bought it through Steam. But yeah, I grew up on Crash Bandicoot, man. My happiest platforming memories are with Crash Bandicoot. They certainly tried with Thieves in Time, but that wasn't by Sucker Punch. Ah, okay.
I guess that walkway-like place in Shibuya would work.
That makes
it's
sense.
Near Madarame's place too.
It's gotta be Sucker Punch. They have to do it.
Changing our hideout periodically, huh? That's a plan I don't mind backing.
Hey, can I talk to you kids for a sec?
Huh?
From the looks of things, you don't seem like the ordinary stalking fans. Oh, sorry. I should have been more clear. I'm actually looking for people that know Madarame's pupils. There's this painting, Sayuri, that was supposedly stolen in the past. But there's this rumor that it was taken by one of his pupils in retaliation for being abused. Have you heard anything about that?
Ryuji knows.
Me? I don't know nothing.
I see. There's no case unless there's a victim, and if there's no proof of abuse, I can't write either. Looks like I'm back to square one. Sorry for taking your time. I'm a journalist. If you ever get any leads, mind contacting me here? See you then.
I guess we should go home for today.
Whatever, I still can't forgive him demanding to paint Lady Anne then claiming to report us to the police. So which of these lovely ladies to plan on being at this time? Exactly, dude. The harm is starting again. I've got my eyes set on Kasumi though, because she's like the centerpiece of Royal. Last in Vanilla Persona 5, I romanced Makoto. She was a waifu first run around, because you know she's the type of girl that I would actually go at and try and date. You know, she's the witty, bookish type, which I personally like. Like Anne's great. Like don't get me wrong. Like Anne's amazing. She's gorgeous, but she's not quite my type. But Kasumi is also a bookish type. I don't know if she's witty though, because we haven't really had much contact as of yet. But I know she's gonna come into the story later on. I would never go for an Anne. Exactly. So you and I have a similar taste in that regard. Yeah, like Anne's great. Don't get me wrong. You know, she's just not for me. You know. She's just not my type.
I have some interesting news. Someone who received a change of heart contacted me on the fan site. Said he wants to meet with you to discuss another person who needs a change of heart. You're better off talking to him in person if you want specifics. All I know is his target is a terrible person. And that it might complicate things if he posted the name online. I'll have him wait for you at Shibuya Station after school. The guy's name is Nakanohara.
Nakanohara? That's Madarame's student.
I told him to approach you. Good luck.
I found out something insane about Madarame. Sounds like a student of his off himself when he couldn't speak up about Madarame stealing his work. That's unforgivable. That journalist was looking into Madarame too. Could be real. Someone died though. No one's talking about it. Bet it was covered up. Wonder if Kitagawa-kun has heard anything. Kitagawa-kun has heard anything. It would be great if you could help us out. Ain't that asking a bit much? After today, he's probably gonna be on edge about us. Well anyway, Madarame's still a piece of crap. Let's meet up tomorrow. Be our first time at the new hideout. It's that passageway in Shibuya, right? Alright, Jim Jam, I'm gonna attempt to do something protective for my life. yes. It was really a lot of fun talking to you, man. You made this stream a lot less boring, that's for sure. It's always good talking to you. Take care. I'm probably gonna end myself because it's almost 4 o'clock and I need to eat some breakfast. Can you believe that? But yeah, man, you take care. Got it. See you guys tomorrow.
If the rumor Ryuji just spoke of is true, there have to be other victims.
Let's do it.
Eat time? What? Breakfast? What are you doing? Dude, Alright, so I slept in. I got up late. And I just went straight into streaming because I was already like 30 minutes behind schedule. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm just gonna stream and then I'll worry about food afterwards. But yeah, I'm gonna get some food right now. I might get some Uber Eats or something. I don't know. Yeah, man. I haven't. I stood up way too late last night, and yeah, I slept in late. I'm kind of blah right now, but it was good. It was good, and I will. And everyone else who may have popped in while I was gaming, thank you guys. I will be on tomorrow, roughly around the same time, between 12:30 and 1. I'm gonna try not to stay up too late, and we're gonna play more Persona because I've got to focus on getting this game done. But there are some other games that I have that I want to stream as well. But I gotta put a dent in this game, guys. And it was requested to me by Planet Popstar that I stream when I play Persona so he can follow. Oh, Planet Popstar. Oh wait, are you done? Hey, yes, yeah. I was just wrapping up, dude. It is so funny because I just brought you up too. I just brought you up. Only good things. Aster Spice, hello, welcome to the stream. Yeah, that is so weird, Kurbska. That is so weird. Like he literally, it's like we summoned him. I was just saying that. I do have other games that I want to stream, but I'm streaming Persona because you asked me. You asked me to. Hey, Emo Inuyasha 9. I love that name, by the way. I love that name. How's it going? That was lovely. Yeah, exactly. It was great. It was perfect timing. Planet Popstar never disappoints. He never disappoints. But that's why I play Persona 5 on stream. Yes, you did buy it for me. You bought it for me so that I could stream it, and you could follow along with the story when you were busy doing other things. Like that was the plan. And you know, the VODs are there. This VOD may not be so great because I spent most of it talking to Curbsa about all kinds of interesting things. But if you do appreciate the commentary, it's there. And yes, there is gaming as well. But you didn't miss too much progress in this stream. Tomorrow I will also be streaming. I got a crown of Fall Guys there. Ooh, nice. Planet Popstar with the crowns. That's gold, man. That's gold. It's fucking gold. Was it the butt plug game that you got the crown in, or was it Fall Mountain? Cause I had a blast when we played it together last week. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fucking fun. It was a crown for getting the level 5. Oh, nice. Yeah, I forgot they have a leveling system. Yeah, they do. I wish you didn't ask specifics. You know me, man. You know me. I'm eternally inquisitive to a fault. That's the best crown in the game. Yeah, the level 5 crown is the best one. Not everyone gets the level 5. Exactly. That's a bit of a grind. That's dedication. There's also another game called Among Us. Are you guys familiar with that game? because I think that might be another fun game that we can all play together eventually. You know, I'm not saying within the immediate future. Literally, like I was telling Curbska, in my immediate future, it's breakfast and taking a piss. That's what I'm doing in the immediate future. But also, you're not familiar with the Curbska, but Planet Popstar is. Yeah. So I don't know if you were with us that day when we played Jackbox, but you know, there's the game where you and your friends are on a ship, and there's like two aliens, and you're trying to figure out who's the alien, and you have to kick them off the ship before the aliens make it to the final round and like blow everyone up. Well, Among Us is pretty much the same kind of concept. It's just more fleshed out. So you have a group of friends and push the button. Yeah, exactly. You were there. You were there. Okay. Yeah, it's the same concept. It's you and a group of friends. You're on a ship, and there's a set of tasks that everyone has to do in order to keep the ship running. And the two imposters, their goal is to murder all the other players and to sabotage the ships. And you sabotage the ship to get other people to do tasks to make them isolated so you can kill them. And the other players have to guess who's the imposter. And there's two imposters. So that looks like a lot of fun. I've watched a lot of people on Twitch play that game as well. That may be a game that you guys may consider playing. I haven't looked into like the cost or anything like that. It looks like a cool indie game. I doubt it will cost too much. But you know, just something to think about. As Planet Popstar said, we got to look at getting Steve's gaming PC, because he's not gonna do a custom build. We already know that. He needs a pre-made. So we have to just get him a pre-made PC. Okay. And he wants to play flight games, so it needs to have a good GPU and needs to have at least 16 gigabytes of RAM in it. But yeah, he needs a pre-made. Since he's a big fan of Best Buy, we can probably start looking at Best Buy's catalogs and just recommending one to him. Where's our $1,200 checks? Well, I can tell you where my $1,200 check went, okay? My $1,200 check went on fixing my custom built PC, which you guys already know this story. Kurska, we could each buy him one. True. We can buy one for our $1,200 checks, and then he can pick and choose. He can use different PCs for different things. He can use one for playing with us, one for flight simulators, and one for going full mast. Sure, I'm sure Steve is the one who's a fan of Best Buy, not anyone else here. I have no idea what you mean, Planet Popstar. I plead the fifth. I refuse to answer any questions on that subject. I know nothing. I'm invoking my Miranda rights. I have nothing to say. I will say, Steve loves Best Buy enough to sign up for our card. It's true. I will say, custom builds the best way to go. And yeah, you can buy parts from Best Buy. You can buy parts from oh, no, I don't think you can buy parts from Target. I don't think Target sells actual PC parts. I think Best Buy's literally the only brick and mortar store that sells PC parts. But custom built's the way to go, man. It's the way to go. Steve just loves anything that has the name Reward in it. Big facts, Planet Popstar. Big true. That's a big true. If it says Reward, he's fucking in. Steve's like, you had me at Reward, you know. Yeah, no, it's great, man. It's great. And I want to say for I think I pretty much know everyone here that you've raided with. Because, you know, I am 8-bit Amethyst, I am a variety streamer. I am focusing on Persona because of the agreement that Planet Popstar and I had. I wanted to play this game. Planet Popstar wanted to see this game be played. He bought the game for me. I'm playing it. That's what's happening. Um, so yeah, the VODs will bear that out. Now I may expand my streaming schedule to the weekdays because I'm currently between jobs at the moment, so like I have more time to do it. If I play during the week, I'll probably play something different. But the weekends, my actual dedicated time is going to go towards Persona. Also, I have the new Control DLC coming out next week, so I want to stream that as well. So I might fit that in Friday or sometime earlier in the week. There was no agreement. Planet Popstar denies. Planet Popstar denies the agreement. And I didn't get it in writing, so you know, I mean, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. Alan Wake expansion, yes. AWE, yes, the Alan Wake expansion. Control is. I fucking love Control. I fucking love Control, man. It's so good. Like, I played through the Foundation, the first DLC that came out, and it's so underrated, man. That game's so fucking underrated. Like, I love it. I love it. And I can't wait till next week. Well, actually, I think it comes out on the 27th. So it might be 2 weeks. And not come out next week. Damn shame female protagonists don't sell games. Yep. You know, that's so true. So true. It was born to fail. Yep. Ubisoft was right on that. Ubisoft was right on that. Well, alright guys, I've kept you here long enough, and my bladder's like, yo, get up right now and go. So I'm gonna go take care of my body, eat some breakfast, maybe order some takeout. But yeah, you guys take care. I love you guys. Thank you for coming by. Raiders, welcome. Thank you. I'm currently trying to like get to affiliate status so I can finally get some emotes in here, you know, and kind of spruce the page up a little bit. But you can follow me on Twitter. If you click on the meme, Elon's Musk. If you click on that photo, it'll actually take you to my Twitter, which I just recently created. That's just exclusively for my Twitch gaming persona. I have a personal Twitter, but yeah. So anyway, take care, have fun, enjoy the rest of your Saturday, everybody, okay? Stay safe, alright? Make sure to wear your mask, socially distance, and as Kerbska says, eat your damn motherfucking breakfast. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.